Last time at the Nascar Cup Series Championship at Phoenix, guys. The race was at Phoenix. Anyway, Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott lead the field to green for the final time in the Nascar Cup Series this season. Not forever. They're coming back. Just for the 2021 season. Never mind. Just Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Martin Truex Jr. are in a dead heat battle for the 2021 title. Whoever finishes this race ahead of the other three drivers wins it all. 7 laps in, Corey LaJoie accidentally spins his longtime friend Bubba Wallace. Bubba was a bit angry, but it wasn't all Corey's fault. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. had a little part to play in this one, and Corey made that clear to him a few laps later. Ryan Blaney would take the lead shortly after, while teammates Kyle Larson and Chase Elliott battle for second place. Well, it only lasted a few laps because Harvick came in and spoiled the party and then stole the lead. By lap 42, all 4 drivers were sitting in the top 6 and the top 5 all being within a second of each other. It was pretty clear that Truex had the best long-run speed out of everyone else, as he would go on to win stage number 1 by almost 4 seconds ahead of Harvick. Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. lead the field to the restart. It wouldn't take long until all 4 championship contenders raced in a single-file line claiming the top 4 spots. Again, we would see Truex's long-run speed come in when he takes the lead away from Elliott on lap number 47. A few laps later, however, Quinn Houff blows a right front tire and slams hard into the outside wall in turn 1. Elliott has a fast pit stop and reclaims the lead, while Truex loses 3 spots on pit road. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just can't seem to get away from other drivers' quarter panels as he blows a tire after contact with Eric Jones. Kyle Busch later would get into the back of Chase Briscoe after he had a tire go down just before turn number 1. Briscoe would spin and slam hard into the outside wall. After the restart, Larson and Elliott are giving it their all, not giving each other an inch of room. This would actually help Larson because his quarter panel got pushed out, which helped with the aerodynamics. As a result, Larson would pull away from Elliott and win stage number 2. The race restarts and Truex starts to fall back a little bit. But remember, he has the best long-run speed. While Elliott and Larson battle for the millionth time of the day, Denny Hamlin chases them down and passes Larson for second place. With 65 laps to go, Anthony Alfredo, for the final time of the season, decides to turn right, with a little help from a blown tire, of course. The caution came out literally as Martin Truex Jr. was coming out of the pits, which allowed him to take the lead on the restart. The Joe Gibbs drivers take the lead while Larson starts to fall back. Chase Elliott taps the wall but has almost no damage, so he should be good. With around 30 laps left, David Starr is now slow on the track and the caution is out! This is a big break for Larson and Elliott, as it now comes down to who can have the fastest pit stop. And the winner is Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson jumps up 3 spots on pit road with 25 laps left. This would end up being the final restart. All 4 championship drivers are now in the front, with 25 laps to go. The race restarts, and Truex and Larson would end up battling for the lead, while Hamlin and Elliott battled for third. Something would go wrong with Elliott's car, and he starts to fall back. Truex's long-run speed starts to show as he starts closing in on Larson's bumper. 7 tenths behind, 6 tenths, 5 tenths. The laps are winding down now. They're less than 5 car lengths apart, 1 lap to go. All Kyle Larson needs is 1 more lap.
I want to start from the back.
You want to start from the back?
Why?
Because see how good I am.
Where are you starting?
Pole position.
But what are you going to finish?
First.
All right.
How about young Kyle Larson has been able to make the move up to the 15th position.
Going to win in the Sprint Cup
Hendrick
Series.
Motorsports announced this morning that Kyle Larson will drive the number 5 Chevy Camaro for the team in 2021.
Larson wins the Coca-Cola 6 wins in a row. Kyle Larson wins at Kansas. Kyle Larson a year ago watched the race from North Carolina. Today, he's a Cup Series champion.
Oh my God, guys! Yes! Yes! Pick Crew, this is all on you guys. Unbelievable. You guys are the best. Thank you. Thanks, Claire. Thanks, everybody.
Kyle Larson has done it. In his first year with Hendrick Motorsports, he has won it all. After all the ups and all the downs, Kyle Larson is now victorious. This would end up being his 10th win of the season, more than doubling his win total before this year. He would also claim a record that has stood since Jeff Gordon's 2001 season by leading the most laps ever in a single 36-race season with 2,581 laps led. After a near-perfect season, Larson and his team can rest now, knowing that they are officially NASCAR champions. Well, what's next? 2022 season? Hopefully that one's going to be just as crazy as this one was.
This is different from anything we've ever done. Downtown Los Angeles, the iconic LA Memorial Coliseum.
I mean, it's cool, it's fun, it's new, it's different.
It's a challenge for the drivers to kind of learn a completely new vehicle. Everybody's trying to figure it out. I feel like more pressure on us as a driver.
The next-gen car is a total sea change. In the past, the first 7 decades of NASCAR's existence, teams built their cars themselves. And now, every Cup team is getting the same skeleton of a race car.